In this week's vlog, I changed the way I narrowboat, but does it work out?
It's quite exciting.
I answer a solar panel question, take on Tegg's nose, and I try and put things right again for Zephyr.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't believe I just said that. My voice isn't awake yet. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. We are trying to get an early move before it gets too warm for Zephyr on the back of the boat, and also because we want to try and climb Tegg's nose today. Joseph asked me about the solar panels on the boat, so I thought I'd talk about the solar panels briefly. We have 4 solar panels on Alice Grace. 2 of them are 250 watt solar panels, and then 2 of them that came with the boat originally are 100 watt solar panels, and they really do the job for us, although it would be nice to have additional solar panels, I think, in the long run.
If you have about 6 hours of sunshine, you're going to get 1.5 kilowatts of power per day per 250 watt solar panel. I read that the average house, to power all of its needs, would require 32 250 watt solar panels. But in the summer season, on our narrowboat, all of our electrical goods can be powered purely by the solar panels that we have.
There's another boat with the same idea as us. It's a barn owl! Sky just screamed, there's a barn owl over there. There's a barn owl just flown over. This boat's called Gracie. Well, that was all really exciting. I've had to go and put a jumper on because it was a bit too cold, and sunglasses because it was a bit too bright. I'm really not used to early mornings. I'm having to adapt. But I tell you what, my goodness, I didn't catch it on camera, but a barn owl flew over just as we saw another boat moving. And then loads of goslings. It's gorgeous. I might have to make a habit of this, getting up early. Hardly see the fender now. It's disappearing behind the flowers that are going to emerge. When you're on a narrowboat and inside, whoever's walking outside or past the narrowboat and having a conversation, you can hear, and probably likewise they can hear everything inside the narrowboat as well. And I was in the narrowboat this week, and I heard these people talking about my back fender, and they were saying, oh look, they've got loads of weeds growing out the back of their fender. And at first I was really offended. Weeds? But then I thought, well, actually weeds are quite lovely as well. But I've planted those, thank you very much. Rhododendron is in full flower along the canals, and I know it's invasive, but it looks just stunning. About 10 minutes away from Bollington. We're coming up to the old mill that used to belong to Mr. Swindles. Oh, look at little puddle duck. I think puddle duck might be an aluminium boat. Just by the way it's sitting in the water. It's got a centre bit for driving, up there and there. It's very sweet. And then here we are going over the aqueduct. It's glorious up here. Not a cloud in the sky today. There's White Nancy up there. That was a great little climb. And the gorgeous refill shop down there. We are Rootstock down in Bollington. Oh my word, look at that. We're coming in up to where Holly the Cafe boats are based for their cafe.
Joe must be very used to waking up at extremely early hours to get all that gorgeous baking done.
I think I'm going to make more of an effort to introduce myself to this time of the day. It's not that I'm lazy. What I do is I work really late, so I work into the early hours in the morning. Doing a bit of gompootling
And gommuseling.
So I'm going to try and explore Macclesfield in a bit more detail. I didn't really look at Macclesfield, I came through it quite quickly on the way here.
This pub on the left-hand side was built in the 1830s to cater for the canal trade. And opposite it is the Hovis mill, where once upon a time wheat germ was extracted from the flour, slightly cooked, then put back into the flour, a unique way of making bread. And Hovis became very popular.
Going up that hill as fast as you come down.
Though this still has many times more wheat germ than ordinary bread.
Done. Now it's just a matter of finding the perfect mooring spot for climbing Tegg's Nose. Bridge 39. the way that they've put little bird boxes on the bridge. We're about to go under a tree. Ouch. Hit me on the head.
And the last few beautiful bridges of the day seem to sparkle in the early morning sunlight.
This is stunning, isn't it? This little section here. Really, really pretty. Look at this one all a wonk. Now, this is where I really would love to moor. Perfect. Put the wrong shoes on for today. Some beautiful houses. So this church that's chiming, I don't know if you saw the episode when I spoke about Charles Tunnicliffe. Well, this is the church that he sang in the choir and sketched in the hymn books. In that church, that's the one. And where we are going, Langley, is where he was born, and I think his house is there.
Charles Tunnicliffe was a naturalistic painter of birds and wildlife and is famous for his illustrations of the Ladybird books and Tarka the Otter.
Okay, not far till we get to Langley. This beautiful, beautiful house, look at this. Wow.
Even though this is called Coal Pit Lane, Langley was famous for buttons and silk, and William Smith, the well-known silk printer, founded Langley Mill here.
And the sign here for Langley has got William Smith silk printer written on it. I think it might be along here. And apparently there's a black door. Let's keep looking. Looking for a black door. That's it, the one with the black door.
This tiny little home became far too cramped for a family of 6, and this is where Charles Tunnicliffe also contracted pneumonia. So when he was 18 months old, the family decided to move to the farm at Sutton Lane Ends.
That is what I'm going to climb.
And these reservoirs, which Tunnicliffe liked to sit and paint water birds from, were built to regulate the flow of the River Bollin, which fed the textile mills of Macclesfield and Langley. And then, ironically, I watched a caterpillar as it parachuted down on a thread of silk from the oak tree to the ground.
It's quite steep. Didn't wear my hiking shoes. Didn't know it was going to be this steep. But right, let's go. Up we go. Right. Ooh. Good girl. Keep going, Zeph. That's it. Ooh. Through the bilberry. There's always bilberry on these hills that we climb. Just thinking, this is brilliant adder territory. I'd love to see an adder. So keep my eyes peeled.
Quarrying took place here in the 1500s and continued on until 1955, but now the old spoil heaps are blanketed in heather, bilberry and cowberry.
And that in the distance is Jodrell Bank. I've probably problem saying that, but I've got problems speaking because I've just gone up a steep hill.
Jodrell Bank has been at the forefront of a revolution of our understanding of the universe, as well as playing a key role in the space race and during the Cold War.
Oh gosh, this is so beautiful. It's not even high. I just don't want to slip.
Then at the top, Zephyr had a funny 5 minutes.
Zeph, where's she got this energy from? She's just climbed. What on earth is the matter? What?
It's crazy to think that Tegg's nose was once under the sea 542 to 416 million years ago.
Macclesfield?
And then in the Triassic period it stood in the middle of a hot desert.
I can hear skylarks. I can hear skylarks. This is a spoil heap from the quarry. This is a stone cutter, and the stone was so hard that it would take 1 hour just to cut 5 centimetres of stone. And my first orange tip egg. First one. The first one spotted this year so far, well, that I've spotted. Just look, it's asleep. But that is such a beautiful moth. Oh my goodness, I've always wanted to see one of these. Beneath dandelion moons is the white ermine moth. If you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that Zephyr lost her ball. Yeah. You didn't you? Well, I did get her a new ball, but I thought as a special treat today, I would take her shopping. Would you like to go shopping? You love shopping, don't you? There's a garden centre just round here. It's a really lovely garden centre. I think it's called Fairways, and they've got a dog section. Well, pet. Yeah, they have. You've been there. Do you remember? Do you remember it, Zeph? They've got like dog treats in there. They've got balls in there. Toys, lots of toys. I thought you might like to go and choose something. Okay. Oh, she's excited. She's excited. Right, Seth, we're going here. This way. This way. Oh, good glasses. Right, so which way? This way? Literally. Ah, look. Hang on. These look really good. Oh no, chance to turn up. Okay.
Let you sniff everything first and then we'll do some choosing. Oh, these ones. Look at this one. It's prettier. Do you like that? Do you like that? Get Seth. We've got biscuits, we've got a ball, and we've got a hat. Seth has going to look lovely in that.
Your mouth is moving in time with a squeak.
A chiffon mist sweeps on water, dawn cold. Low sunlight makes peeps through the tree roots in gold. The geese honk and croak as they stretch out their wings and sail through the smoke that the early day brings. Volt-hired comes owl in a sky satin blue, with a gift in its jowl for the owlets to chew. And dewdrops like gems sparkle the grass, where the lacy top stems make a bow as we pass. Buttons on sleeves are beetles at bed, while caterpillar weaves a tightrope of thread. The finest silk spins from the top of old oak, as the new day begins and dons its fine coat.